SGC here, and we are back for a movie review.
狙击枪最好的装备是狙击手。
Sniper. So directed by Huang, Zhao, Sheng. This stars so many people I don't know. We got Ren Tian Ye, someone called Yes, Doris Zhang, someone called Doctor, Ivan Kotik, Maksim V, Khabarov, and Edward Redmond. So I don't know any of these people, so it was interesting. What's this movie about? Well, basically it's called The Sniper, and I actually thought that this was China's answer to American Sniper, and lo and behold, wow. Anyway, so this is about a group of mercenaries who helps, I guess, NGOs do their thing. We have Doris Zhang, who plays a liaison for seeds and food and water purifiers, and she's trying to make that delivery, and she gets the group Tiger? Is it the Tiger group? And it's led by Ren Tian Ye and his group of mercenaries, and they do their thing, and they meet obstacles, and they shoot their way through their problems. And that's basically the entire film. So what did I think? So first off, I have been on a set. I have worked on set as a PA, so I know a sliver of the experience of working on sets and hours. So I give props to that. So that's my disclaimer. And granted, I am not the target audience. I am not from mainland China. But at the same time, I don't know who that target audience is. So yeah, so like I said, I saw this movie and I was like, hey, I'm gonna check it out. It came out this year in March, and I got the opportunity to see it, and I watched it, and I just am so confused. So I have a couple of issues. First off, what can I say? There are moments where it's very preachy and it's very stoic, like sentimental sort of thematic delivery. There's that, which is done by our lead, Ren Tian Ye, and that's basically the thing that's only okay. So there's a lot of over-the-top action. There's a military advisor on this, and I don't know how it passed. I don't know. So going into this, I thought this was gonna be like Operation Red Sea, Wolf Warrior type of vibe, like who cares about the story, but the action is gonna be over the top and intense and just like, whoa, that is impressive. Cool, I'll watch this for the action. But there isn't. Like, we have two snipers on the mercenary team. One of them is the lead, and the other guy is by Yes, this dude. I don't even know if they bothered with the English, because when I was watching the credits, there were spelling mistakes, and also like for some reason they would say commander played by this person, and then the next commander would have a lowercase c, and then Pyrotechnic was spelled wrong, it was Pyrotechny, and other things. But you know, maybe it's just like they don't care about the English, which is fine. But well, actually no, I think that sort of carries over into the film, as in they put so much effort, or lack of effort, into the English that even in the credits they didn't care. But they did get someone to translate all of this. So yeah, let's just talk about, there's so much. So this whole movie, I'm just gonna go with like what's done. So we have the mercenary group, we have the hot-headed, I don't even know if he's like new to the team because they don't even talk about that, but he's like, I don't follow orders, I just make money and get the mission done, even if it put lives in danger type of vibe. And then, you know, our vet is just like, you know, putting the noob in its place. And then there's a relationship or the lack of relationship, but yet somehow the new guy or the hothead is like, I respect you now because I learned this information that I didn't know. You're actually a well-regarded sniper. So please teach me, master. I am your disciple starting now. And the whole dynamic changes. So there's that. So that's like generically done, and it's like, you know, no problem there. So they did cast 2 Russians and a Chinese to play a Korean and an American. So like I said, there was like the Russians. So in regards to the English, like I don't understand why, but the Russians, when they speak English, it's really horrible. A lot of one-liners, and I don't know if it's dubbed. I can't tell. But when they speak Mandarin, holy smokes, it's just like fluent, 100%. And I'm pretty sure it's dubbed, but the way they enunciate, like, the dub really went well with them, whereas the English itself just didn't work. But the American, on the other hand, Edward Redmond, did pretty good. He didn't sound like he was dubbed, and his English was fine, though there was like maybe, I don't know, out of 10 lines, there's probably 1 line that's kind of like, that's not good English, or English good. So it was really weird, and there's like a narrative of the whole English delivery as well. Like, everyone knows and understands Mandarin, and everyone speaks it except for the Chinese playing Korean guy. He doesn't really talk much. I didn't even know he was Korean until they start calling him Kim, like 3/4 way through the movie. Yeah, there's no introduction. I mean, there was a line of introduction, but they didn't translate that line, so I don't know what they are. I'm assuming it was just their roles, like heavy assault, assault team, or sniper, medic, support, all that stuff. But yeah, like, it was just really weird that they would try to go for the English and execute it so poorly. Like, what is the point? Everyone knows Mandarin, so why not just have everyone speak Mandarin? Because they end up doing that anyways. There's one moment where, like, the guy's like holding his elbow. He's like, I got shot in my shoulder. Oh, I'm gonna kill him. Like, it's like the generically bad, like, super campy English dialogue, and it's just like, I don't understand. Like I don't know the Chinese subtitles because I wasn't reading that. So maybe in the translation he said elbow, but in English he said shoulder. So there was that, and yeah, so let's go back to the action. So interestingly enough, there's like this whole crazy action sequence in the very beginning of the movie. It's like they're trying to rescue a hostage, and then they do the whole like let me check my points, and like let me and very technical, and then they start thinking, like, you know, that meme where it's just like thinking and it's all the like the graphs beside her head type of thing. That thing's there once, which is weird. There's a slow bullet time, like American Sniper from the rifle onward. I think there's probably 2 shots of first person, which didn't add anything. And then there's the other side. I think they just threw money and they didn't care. They're just like, here, I don't need to train you in terms of acting. Just hold a gun and do this, and we'll add the effects later. And when you die, just like slump over. So there was a lot of that, and the blood effects is definitely just like YouTube's, like, bad YouTube standards of just like blah, blah. Explosions here and there. I think they were real practical explosions, so that's where the money went. Oh, and also I do give props for where they went to shoot, so there's that, but it's more of a narrative thing, so what have you. And interestingly enough, as the movie progressed near the very end, like the big finale, I felt like they gave up on like doing blood splatters, because I swear he just like did this with the gun and then people just fell down. And this is not a YouTube movie. I mean, like, I'm not just like talk bad about YouTube movie, but it's like you don't expect that if this is supposed to be theatrical. Whereas like you're more forgiving if this was a YouTube video, and I would have definitely been. when there's a lot of posing in terms of action, like getting ready and then like starting up their weapons, or like I'm a sniper, so I will look down my scope when I'm readying my weapon at the base type of thing. And it was just really over the top, and yeah, I actually took notes, which I rarely do, because I was like, there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about and I want to rearrange my points, but it's not really going. Yeah, so there's like stereotypes. So we got the white guy who's a bad guy, twist, spoiled, and also just like we have, I don't know where they are. There's a flag on the pickup, and I don't know my flags well enough, nor did I bother to look it up. But it's like they're trying to reinforce that they're there, so they're like, we have these flags on our pickup. And then the black guys, like African, don't shoot me, because I don't know, like they look like, yeah, I think this is happening in Africa, or is it South America? I can't. But anyways, they were like aviators, and it's like super imposing, and it's super campy B movie type of vibe, and the lines are just so bad, and it's just, yes, I know I'm saying this movie is really bad. It's an hour and 20 minutes ish. I don't know how I survived, but I did. Yeah, it's just like a lot of bad acting, really. I mean, we have our hothead guy who is played by this dude called Yes. Like, he's literally, that's his credit. His name is Yes, and I don't know how to read it in Chinese. But at first I thought I was reading the character name. Nope, but this is the real name. But yeah, like bad acting. Like I said, he was hot-headed, and then he became like, I want to worship you, my master. And his lines were just so cringe. But that's on top of like the cringe English lines already. And yeah, I think like they're trying to do this whole military thing. Like this is so saluting thing that happens, and it's like, you're a mercenary group. You're not part of the army, and that's one of the lines that they do say. And it's weird. And then also there's a lady in this, so like I said, she's the reason that this movie has a narrative, is that she has a mission for them. But she's like in a tank top the whole time, and then she wears like a plaided shirt in the beginning, and then there's like a checkpoint situation, and then she gets pissed off, she takes off her shirt and throws it on the ground. Like, it's very like awkward. And then she just stays in a tank top, even though she has other clothes. Oh, and also the American wears jeans, where everyone is in combat gear. It was really weird. I don't understand. And yeah, I mean, I don't even have to go into like the actual military aspect of it. Like, you know, one-handed, behind the shoulder P90, no recoil, no problem. When you have a sidearm and you're running around and you're just using your sniper rifle, no problem. And spatial awareness is also weird. When they film it, it feels like one thing, but when the action happens, you're like, oh, it's totally different. Like, for example, they're rushing into the house they're situated in, and our leader is like looking through a window, I'll be your spotter, the sniper's upstairs, and he just tells them 11 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And I'm just trying to picture, like, they're just coming from the same direction, so why 11 and 3? And then later on, there's like a finale where it's sniper versus sniper, and it's like, I think they're trying to really go hard on that, and it just didn't really work, because it's just like everyone's a sniper. Like the Russian bad guy, it's a Spetsnaz, and then there was one, oh my god, wait, let me finish the sniper talk first. But yeah, spatial awareness. So like, he's in an overcrop, he's like getting shot at, he's hiding, and then all of a sudden he's like, I think I have a chance. So he's like stands up and he shoots, and then like the whole time you think it's like this, where like he's under here hiding and the guy's here and he's like shooting him that way. So when he finally pops up, he shoots him and he misses, but he shoots him, but he nails him in the knee, when clearly the overcrop is like covering him, and is like probably just, he's just poking half of his head up or something. And that was weird. And oh yeah, and the action sequence of like this thing of being a black cat with 9 lives, like they have this maneuver, and then he literally used the black guy as a gun mount, because he's like, don't waste it, like I'm here. Like, he got shot in the knee, and then he just knelt kneeled there, and he just like, and he got shoots in the shoulder, and he's like, and he just like stays there as he was like frozen, and he's like, don't waste this opportunity. So then he puts the gun on his shoulder, and then he gets shot and he dies, but he shoots him and he still misses, and he just grazes the guy. And yeah, like that was just really bad. But I'm done. So hopefully this movie came out this month. So hopefully you watch this so you don't see this. And I mean, go ahead and watch it and blame me later and say I don't understand Chinese film, which is a fair assessment of me not knowing Chinese film. But it was just sad. I actually wish this was good. I think there's also The Rescue or like The Commander or something. Those movies I want to check out to see like where they're going. Like, because Operation Red Sea, all in all, despite the fact that it's like propaganda for China army, is that it's like the action was decent and over the top and intense and entertaining to watch. Wolf Warrior, same thing. So I really wish that was this. And yeah, I think that was what going back to what I cut myself off of. The whole sniper versus sniper action happens in American Sniper, and I think they were trying to go hard for that, and it didn't really work out because the characters were just like, you don't care about anybody. And then what else is there to say? Has been too long. Oh yeah, one thing. When the movie starts, it's about this dude writing on the keyboard, and he types about the story, and then it's like, okay, maybe what is this, a reporting? And at the very end of the movie, he shows up again, and he talks about how this this badness can't happen, blah blah blah, and it's only in the virtual sense. So I was like, did I just watch a movie about a dude who wrote a story, and I saw that story instead, and it made like no sense in terms of why? Like, this story could have happened. And I'm just thinking back on like Chinese censorship of like, you know, white guy has to die, bad guy has to die. Yeah, bad guys all died, and the good guys were good. The Chinese people were the best because everyone else died. We had the American died, Korean died, our old guy died, but the young hothead that changed his mind, lived a new life, survived, and he is doing his thing. And was he the writer? I don't know, but he looks like, no, actually no, yeah, the writer looks like the old guy. So it's like, what? I probably missed some stuff that was amazing. You can leave a comment down below and tell me how this movie is amazing. If not, maybe don't watch this. But anyways, I think I talked enough. I mean, yeah, this movie, I think what it dealt with is very generic, and I think it's fine. And I think it could have been fine if you cared about the characters. Like, for example, like how cheesy it is that the bad guy has the girl, and then he's like, come on, I'm gonna hurt your girlfriend. And then she's like, he's not my boyfriend. Like, in a situation like that, for me to take anything seriously, I can't. So anyways, I'm done here. It's been too long. So that's it. 20 minutes. That's like, I don't know, a quarter of the film already. So yeah, keep liking, keep watching, and subscribe and share, because sharing is caring. And that is it for this movie review for The Sniper. Out.